Hare Krishna. Doubts are not the problem. Believing the doubts is the problem. Sometimes when we practice spirituality, we may get doubts of different kinds. Maybe, how is this possible? Can this be true? And how can this be done? So, when we get such doubts, there are various unhealthy responses to the doubts. One is, we may think, oh, because I am getting such doubts, I am a very fallen person. I am very degraded. I should not be getting such doubts only. Why am I getting such doubts? This indicates that I am a very degraded person. Not necessarily. In the Srimad Bhagavatam, while talking about intelligence, one of the characteristics of intelligence is said to be the ability to doubt. A foolish person may believe whatever they are told, but intelligent people consider, evaluate, deliberate, and then decide whether this is intelligible or this is not intelligible. So doubting is a sign of intelligence, and that's why we shouldn't feel bad about having doubts. Doubts are not necessarily the problem. So the problem is when we start believing the doubts. Now, believing doubts may seem like an oxymoron, because generally doubts are considered to be signs of disbelief. Then those who are disbelievers, those who are non-believers, they are called as doubters. When we don't believe something, we say, I have doubts about this. So what does believing doubts means? That means that actually belief is unavoidable, it is inescapable, it is essential. So when some doubt comes in our mind, that doubt is basically a proposition, it is a conception. And what happens when we get such a doubt is that we start thinking okay, we start thinking, okay, this is a problem, that is a problem, that is a problem. And then if we just believe the doubt, that means whatever that doubting thought is telling us, we just accept it uncritically, then that becomes a mistake, because there may be answers that we don't know about. So when we believe our doubts, then it becomes a problem. So in the Bhagavad Gita, Arjuna has questions, and when he has questions, he asks those questions to Krishna to get clarification. So for example, in the 6th chapter of the Bhagavad Gita, when he hears when he hears about the practice of Bhakti Yoga. So let's look at two examples. In the 4th chapter, Krishna tells Arjuna that I gave this knowledge to Sun God in 4.1. Now Arjuna gets a question which is logical, natural question, and that question is, see, Sun God is older than you, so how could you have given the knowledge to him? That he asks in 4.4. And Krishna doesn't judge Arjuna as a doubter over there. So Krishna answers the question rationally, telling that actually we have all been through previous births, and in the previous birth I gave this knowledge to Sun God. So rather than seeing the doubt as a sign of some deficiency, Krishna just answers the question doubt in a non-judgmental way over there in 4.5. And then further, if we see in the 6th chapter, after Arjuna hears about the process of Ashtanga Yoga for attaining transcendental perfection, he feels this process very difficult, and he feels that okay, I may start practicing it now, but what if I am not able to practice it lifelong? Then what happens? And then I will have given up material life for the practice of spiritual life, but then I don't attain success in material spiritual life. So will I be loser both materially and spiritually? So this is what Arjuna asks Krishna in 6.39. He says, Etanme samshayam Krishna chettumarhasya sheshataha tadanyah samshayasyasya chetta nahi upapadyate. He says, Etanme samshayam Krishna. This is my samshaya, this is my doubt, O Krishna. Chittumarhasya sheshataha, completely destroyed. Tadanyah samshayasyasya, apart from you, for resolving this doubt, chitta nahi upapadyate, there is no one else. So, when this doubt has come, it is a serious doubt, and Arjuna does not deny that doubt. Arjuna does not consider himself fallen for having that doubt, but rather he doesn't believe that doubt. He believes he considers Krishna as the supreme authority, and he turns and asks Krishna. And he says that you are the supreme authority, you are eminently capable of resolving the doubt. So rather than believing the doubt, he presents the doubt to Krishna and asks him to deal with the doubt. And that is the attitude with which we can approach our doubts in a healthy way. So when some doubts come, rather than either suppressing them or believing them, we can present them to Krishna, present them to Krishna's devotees, ask questions and wait for answers. Sometimes some doubts will be answered immediately. Sometimes when we present the doubt to Krishna, Krishna through his devotees may take time to give us answers, and we may also sometimes need to go spiritually to get the answers. But in the intervening period, we shouldn't think that there are no answers and reject Krishna and Krishna's wisdom just because of those doubts. Rather, we can keep the doubts rather than believing the doubts, we can keep the doubts in a state of suspension and continue our process of spiritual growth, and then Krishna will eventually destroy the doubts and raise us to the level of enlightenment. As he says, Tachrunu in 7.1, if you keep hearing, he says, you will come to samshayam samagram mam yatha gyasisi tachrunu. You will come to know me in truth. Thank you. Free from all doubts, he says. Thank you. Hare Krishna.